Have you ever been in a room with someone who has all the answers? They speak with certainty. Their voice is loud. They dominate the conversation, leaving no space for questions or doubt. This person is often seen as strong, as a leader. They have built an armor of knowledge around themselves. But here's the thing about armor. It's heavy. It's isolating. It doesn't let anything new get in. And it certainly doesn't allow for real human connection. When we believe we know it all, we close ourselves off from the world. We stop listening, and when we stop listening, we stop growing. On the other side of the room is someone who listens. They lean in. They ask questions. They are comfortable with silence because they know that's where understanding often lives. This person doesn't have to be the loudest to be heard. Their power isn't in what they know, but in their willingness to learn. They understand that true wisdom isn't about having a full cup, but about having one that is perpetually ready to be filled. This is the posture of humility, an open stance toward life, ready to receive, to connect, and to be changed by what they hear. Pride builds walls. Humility builds bridges. Pride tells us that we must protect our ego at all costs, that admitting we don't know something is a sign of failure. It's a voice that whispers, "Don't let them see you're not perfect." So we puff up. We pretend. We armor up. We spend so much energy defending our perceived expertise that we miss out on the incredible richness of other people's experiences and perspectives. We become lonely monarchs of our tiny self-contained kingdoms, wondering why no one wants to visit. In contrast, humility invites collaboration. It says, "Tell me more." It says, "I never thought of it that way." It creates a space where others feel safe enough to share their own vulnerabilities and their own wisdom. It is the foundation of genuine connection. Choosing to listen instead of proclaim is an act of generosity. It tells the other person that they matter, that their story has value. It's a simple shift, but it changes everything. It moves us from a place of proving to a place of growing. True wisdom is not found in the accumulation of facts or the collection of degrees. Those things are about knowledge. Wisdom is something deeper. It's about understanding. It's about context. It's about compassion. And the gateway to that kind of profound wisdom is being teachable. Being teachable requires us to quiet our inner expert and awaken our inner student. It's a courageous practice of setting aside our ego to make room for something new to take root. It is the quiet, steady work of an open heart. Pride is the ultimate learning blocker. It convinces us that we have arrived, that we are finished products. This is a dangerous illusion. When we are driven by pride, we hear feedback as criticism. We see questions as challenges to our authority. We mistake vulnerability for weakness. Pride shuts down our curiosity and replaces it with defensiveness. It creates a feedback loop of self-protection that keeps us stuck right where we are, unable to evolve or deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Think about a small child. Children are the masters of being teachable. They live in a state of constant wonder. Their favorite word is why. They are not afraid to admit what they don't know. In fact, they shout it from the rooftops. They don't have an ego tied to being right. Their primary drive is to understand. They touch, they ask, they explore, they fall down, and they get back up. They are open, curious, and profoundly vulnerable. And because of this, they learn at an astonishing rate. They show us what it looks like to learn without armor. As adults, we can choose to reclaim that childlike curiosity. We can decide that being a learner is more important than being an expert. This doesn't mean we abandon the knowledge we've gained. It means we hold it loosely. We allow it to be challenged, refined, and expanded. Adopting this mindset is liberating. It frees us from the exhausting pressure of having to be right all the time. It opens our world up, revealing new paths, new ideas, and new connections we never would have found otherwise. Our society often gets it backward. We celebrate the loudest voice in the room. We reward credentials and polished presentations. We are taught to project confidence, even when we're shaking on the inside. In this culture, admitting "I don't know" can feel like a radical act. It can feel like admitting defeat. We have mistakenly equated vulnerability with weakness and uncertainty with failure. but I believe the exact opposite is true. The three most powerful words in the pursuit of wisdom and connection are, I don't know. Saying I don't know is not a sign of weakness. It is a declaration of strength. It takes immense courage to stand in your vulnerability and choose learning over pretending. It's an invitation. It tells the people around you that you are open, that you are human, and that you are on a journey, not at a destination. This single act of humility can transform a tense, competitive environment into a collaborative and creative one. It gives others permission to be vulnerable too, and that is where real trust is born. Humility is not about thinking less of yourself, it's about thinking of yourself less. It's not passive or timid, it is an active and courageous choice. It is the strength to hold your own convictions and at the same time be genuinely open to the possibility that you might be wrong. It is the quiet confidence that allows you to listen to a differing opinion without your entire sense of self being threatened. This is a refined and powerful form of strength, one that doesn't need to shout to be felt. This quiet strength deepens our understanding in ways that arrogance never can. When we are humble, we see nuances we missed before. We hear the unspoken fears behind someone's anger. We recognize the shared humanity in those we once saw as other. Humility allows us to connect with the heart of a matter, not just its surface. It refines our character, making us more compassionate, more patient, and ultimately, more wise. It's the courageous choice to show up as we are, imperfections and all. So how do we begin? How do we let go of the heavy armor of pride and embrace the courageous practice of humility? It starts with a choice. It's a daily commitment to curiosity. It's deciding to listen more than you speak. It's asking more questions than you answer. It is the conscious effort to stay open, especially when you feel the urge to shut down. This isn't a one-time fix, it's a practice. It's a muscle we must build every single day, in every conversation, in every interaction. Embracing humility means being brave enough to be a beginner. It means signing up for that class you know nothing about. It means asking a colleague to explain something for the third time. It means apologizing when you're wrong, truly apologizing without excuses. These actions might feel uncomfortable at first. They might feel like stepping onto shaky ground, but that shaky ground is where growth happens. It's where we discover our own resilience and the grace of those around us. True strength is not rigid, it is adaptable. It is the oak tree that bends in the wind, not the one that snaps. Humility gives us that flexibility. It allows us to learn, to pivot, to evolve. It deepens our relationships because it allows us to show up as our authentic selves and invites others to do the same. When we lead with humility, we create circles of trust and safety where innovation and connection can flourish. We build communities where people feel seen and valued. I invite you to try it. For one day, choose humility, let go of the need to be right. Listen with the intent to understand, not to reply. Ask questions. Get curious about the people in your life. Say I don't know and see what happens. I promise you, what you discover will be far more valuable than anything you thought you had to prove. You will find that, in letting go of knowing, you open yourself up to a world of unexpected wisdom, deeper connection, and incredible growth.